Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Oh, just one second here. I have to mute my other computer. There we go. I've had some problems with the last three webinars. GoToWebinar records your webinar now, and I wanted to re-show them, but the problem that I'm having is that during the recording file they gave me is not compatible with any of the programs that I have or my two assistants have. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know. So I'm actually redoing some of the webinars later today, re-recording them. I'm actually recording this now with another program that I use called ScreenFlow on my other computer, which is what I use for Social Media Well Done. Great, fabulous program. Love it. And I'm going to be able to get this out. So that's why I haven't had the recordings out. I'm hopefully going to have everything done today up on a website and out for everybody to see tomorrow, crossing my fingers that I don't have any more problems, because it's been totally crazy trying to figure out how to get these done and out. I didn't think it was that complicated. So here we are today. I'm starting the fourth free webinar, and I just realized on my screen now it's showing Twitter, but today's on Google+. And I'm going to go through the basics of Google+, showing you some of the cool things, some of the great ways to stream. What they've done is kind of combine some of the ways of Twitter and some of the ways of Facebook and put them together. And some of the new changes that just came out in this past week with Facebook are actually a reflection of some of the things that Google+ has going. So, you know, they're all kind of interchanging and realizing what's working and what's being really effective. I really like Google+. I've been using it a lot on a business side, even though they're supposed to be coming out with a new kind of Google Plus for business. I've been using it to follow a lot of people in the main industry, see what they have going on, where I've been using more of my personal profile in Facebook for my friends. I have a lot of people from my high school reunion, things along those lines on there. And then I have my fan page for business. It seems kind of complicated, but it's working very effectively for me. So, you know, it just depends on what you're comfortable with. One of the things I tell everyone that I do with social media is let's see what you start with one and continue on from there. I have one of my clients just called me the other night and he goes, oh, I'm on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. We need a business page on here. What about Google Plus? They're going on and on. I said, let's just do Facebook. And we'll wait till you're comfortable and we'll really push that out this year. And then after that, we'll take a look at some of the other ones for you until you're comfortable with it, because their Facebook right now is a total mess, and it'll probably take us almost a year to get it fixed up, because they had a personal profile, but it uses business. They had a fan page, but it was never effectively used. They had all these different managers. It was kind of crazy. So start with one and then continue on. So I'm hoping today is going to give you a nice outside for Google+, show you what it's all about. See if it's good for you, see if you can use it for your business. But I'm going to start out giving you a little bit of information about Social Media Well Done. I'm super excited. On Monday, we're going to be doing a new launch of the website for Social Media Well Done. And over this weekend, I am going to be updating a lot of the videos, especially with a lot of the changes with Facebook. I've been doing a lot of research into how they can effectively use for you. A lot of people put out, and I'll be honest, there was a lot of videos out right away with people showing all kinds of training, and I watched all those. I read all kinds of articles. But even then, Facebook has taken some off and put some things on, and they've made some changes since then. So keeping up with all the changes they've done the last week or week and a half has been a little crazy. In saying that, I need to update some of the Facebook videos that we supply in Social Media Well Done. I'm going to be updating some of the Twitter changes, because there have been some changes in Twitter as well. But one of the main changes that's been going on that in reference to Google Plus is they just made an announcement for their API was released just in September. Now, what does that mean? That means that programs such as Hootsuite and TweetDeck that we talk about in Social Media Well Done will now have access to be able to, it's not yet, by the way, but they will be able to help you in streamlining your social media, and this shouldn't take too long. They were doing some stuff I know lately, just in the past couple of days on Hootsuite. Give it a couple of weeks, and it should be an option going to be on Hootsuite in order to streamline your social media. Right now, when it comes to Google Plus, you have to do it like separate, where you could use Hootsuite to go in, put one post out, and you can go out to all your different social media streams. So that was cool. So on September 15th, so it's like, you know, a week and a half ago, they released the API, which means there's going to be all kinds of apps coming out, which are really cool. When they first did this, it only came out with one for Android, but now they just released one just 2 or 3 days ago now for the iPhone. So I've been using that and testing it, and you know, so some of this stuff, I'm kind of glad I left Google Plus until the end because of all the neat things that have been coming out with it. So I'm super excited about that. I got this from Headlines, which is a really nice website to be able to catch up on some stuff. So, but getting back here, I'm just going to go over what social media well done is. We have 25 training videos: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+. I also cover a number of video. I say video training because I do one video on YouTube because most of the video websites follow YouTube in their layout, but I also go over about 25 different video places that you can go to release your video out there in order to get some great recognition from it. I go through all kinds of different apps, and I'm always looking for new apps. So if you have some new ones, please let me know. And because I mean, there's so many apps. There's 52,000 apps for Facebook. 140.com has, you know, they've listed over 4,000 different apps. It's so hard to keep up. So if you are using an app for any of your social media you find great, post it on our fan page because I'd love to know about it. We also have 2 great bonus videos, one of which is how to create your own social media marketing plan, which I've had great demand for lately. I usually do a plan for 6 to 8 months for people. And it really gives you a great focus because in there we really concentrate. It's like doing a business plan. You actually have to think about parts of your business that you'd probably never really thought about before, and it can really break down what you may need to make your social media not only be more effective but easier for you because you've thought about things that you never thought about before. We have some great PDFs. Access to our e-club is in there. And all kinds of other great information. So I'm updating that over the next couple of days, so there's going to be some really great information in there. This is the information here in case you haven't been to our fan page yet. But what I wanted to bring up, and I just thought of it as we were talking there, is, oh, yes, my brain's just not working very well, is going back into Google+. I have my notes here, but I'm kind of scattered all over the place. So here we are. This is the main part of Google+. Now, if you don't have a Gmail account, that's what you need. If you don't have Google+ yet, let me know. I have an invite button here where I can send off invites to all kinds of people. It is open as long as you have a Gmail account. So, but it's a lot easier when you get an invite from a friend. So I'm able to do that for you over here. That's no biggie. You see this bar that I have going across the top here? This is now standard anytime I go to Google. If I go to google.ca, this bar comes up, which I think is really cool. And the plus over here, Lynn, brings me to my Google. Now, how do I get rid of my bar here for? There we go. My bar for my webinar is in the way. Look at the picture I got here in the middle. Too funny. So, and then over here, we continue here with the bar, and of course, it shows my Google+. So if I go to, I'm on a PC, so please bear with me here. So I'm on google.ca. So here we go here. So you come up to google.ca, which, by the way, you can change your background. There's little things, icons and stuff you can get on the bottom now for google.ca, but it's only seen by me, but I like it. But you can see over here, they give you the little icons. I can do a drop-down box, and I can scoot into any part of my Google Plus once I have it set on this bar. So it's not something that gets in my way, so it's very convenient and easy that way, and I'm always on. I use Gmail for all of my email, so I have access to this all the time. So, I mean, they've used that kind of app pretty easy. And I can get into my stream, post anything, and post out. So right now, until they release that public API for any of the easy apps, this has been very convenient. So this is the main wall here that they have, and they don't call it a wall, they call it a stream. So there are going to be some terms that people are the same as Facebook, but they are slightly different. So the terms that they have here is you have your stream. So you can see here, we'll scroll down, and we have a number just similar like they just released with Facebook. They allow longer sections. Now in Facebook, it used to be you only had a maximum of 480. Now you can have up to 5,000 parts in your comment section in Facebook. That's one of the new releases that they just had. So, I mean, you can see how some of these are really bigger. So you can see some of these photos. What do they have going on here? Some of the photos that they have here. Oh, let's see, look, in case of fire, exit building before tweeting about it. That's funny. So you get to see a lot of these different photos, and they have going on here Guy Kawasaki, who I think is phenomenal. So, oh, isn't that funny? So you get to see a lot of these different photos. I like having the photos big like this. So this is our main stream. Now I'm just going to review. What we're going to start with, though, is the circles, because the circles are what's important. And this is where you can get your different lists that they do in Facebook. Well, here they have circles. And you really can't do a whole lot of posting or getting things out there until you really kind of have your circles on the go. Now, what exactly does it mean by a circle, and how do you get these people and all that kind of stuff? Well, I use Gmail, so of course, and it was kind of funny when I first set up Google+. Now, I was involved in Google. I had a blogger blog when I first started. You're talking like 2003, 2004 type deal. I've always had a few things going on Google. Had another Gmail account once before. And you know what? When I set this all up, it all came in here. So if you have Gmail or have done anything with any type of app from Google, it's going to come in here when you first set it up. I couldn't believe it when that happened. I had to go in, and I had all kinds of old photos. It was a little crazy, a little messed up. It took me a couple of hours to get it all fixed up to find out exactly what was going on. So all of these email addresses come in here, but just like we do with any of the other programs when you first start, it asks you about adding a person or finding people. So you can come in here and you can find people through different email addresses, uploading an address book, anything along those lines. So you're easily able to find the people that you've already been in contact with and get a hold of them. Now, what we can do here, is Darren here today? I'm not sure if Darren's plugged in here or not. Yes, he is. See? There you are, Darren. You're one of my contacts. And that's because I have you in Gmail. So I can easily, sorry, click the wrong button here. And so if I click on here, it asks me, he tells me he's not in any one of my circles. So I can grab him and I put him in. Of course, I want him to go into the people that I'm going to follow. So it shows me that he's now in my circle ones. I've known Darren for most of my life, so I put him in one of my friends section one that I have here. And then I can also put him in, because it's something that we'll be doing a few things together here, so we'll put him in the acquaintance one. So that's some cool people. I like a lot of the posts that Darren does. So we're able to see a lot of, so there, I have them all done. So now if I click on it, see how it's changed to a circle in his bottom right-hand side? And I can click on it, and it shows me what 3 circles that I have him in. Very easy. And you can do that with any of the other people that you have. It does take a little bit of time to do, but what's awesome about it is once you have all of your contact people organized into these circles, then when it comes time to doing any of your posts, then everything's really organized. Now, you don't have to stay with just these type of circles. You can click on here and create a circle, and your circle name can be anything from people who attended my webinars. and then create. There we go. I have one right here. People who attended the webinars. People I work with on projects. So I have those, and so you can have your circles can be anything that you want. Now, when you add people to your circle, they will get a notice saying, hey, you were added to circle by Lynn, but they don't know what circle. So you could be adding to people to a deleted circle, people I don't want to talk to, don't want to associate type circle, but they will never know that. This is your personal way to categorize people. And when I get to the wall and post, I'm going to show you how, the more you can be more effective with this, the easier it can be. And you can find people, and then you can do your search and find people that way as well in order to set people up. Sort by relevant. My note doesn't want to work to me today. So by first name, so if you're looking for somebody in particular, and they're all kind of, because this can drag on, and you can get all kinds of different people listed here as you're going through. So what happens with the circles? Well, then you go here to the main wall, and you want to do a post. So there we go. There's a great post by, they set it up by Social Media Examiner. By the way, if you're not following Social Media Examiner, great people to follow. They have about 6 bloggers that work for them, and they're associated with a number of different groups. So I highly recommend keeping up to date on what Social Media Examiner is doing. Their goal is to show you through the social media jungle. So it's kind of cute. So, okay, so I'm doing the post. So I'm going to put in here, webinar on Google Plus right now. So then we have automatically goes through all of my circles down here. And if I want to add more people, it tells me what circles that I want to go to. If I want to go to an extended circles, I want to go into your circles and who they're following your people that are following my circles. So there's all kinds of different people that I can put in here. I can click my friends, see, and it adds in here. Acquaintances, there's 45. People I work with, people who attended my webinar, see, if I wanted to put that in there. And then you have all these options. So if I wanted to click and take those off, this one shows me here people that I'm following. So I have 670 people that I'm following to let them know. I'm going to take some of these out. Very easily done. Now, in this group of people, I also have 168 people that are not on Google Plus yet. So if I want to send them an invite, I can just easily click on that and send it out. Now, I recommend, unless you know these people want to be on it, don't click it, because I've actually clicked that when I first started going with Google Plus, thinking, oh, it's great, everybody wants to be on it, I'll send out all kinds of invitations. I had a couple of people email me back saying, I don't know enough about any social media whatsoever, you're totally confusing me and sending me this, what's going on? And they're like, I don't even go on Facebook enough. So they weren't too happy about it. So I stopped doing that. So only click on it if you know people are going to be interested in that. Just give me a moment here. My mic keeps rubbing against my face. There we go. So then I click share. And there we go. And you can easily share, click like this. This post is originally shared with a limited audience. Remember to be thoughtful about who you share it with. Press OK. You can leave comments and do your +1. I'm going to get into +1 in just a moment, because +1 can have major repercussions in that with some of your websites. It's really kind of cool. So just bear with me with getting back to the +1. And so here we are in the mainstream, and they see this here. Now, okay, so there's your mainstream. I did my post. You have your circles. What can you do from here? Now the great section that we have here is that you can see exactly what just your friends are posting. I can see my acquaintances and see exactly what my acquaintances have been doing. People who are following, that I'm following, that I think are pretty cool. Leaders in their industry. Guy Kawasaki, who I've met in person, is a phenomenal guy. So you get to see what some of them have been streaming and talking about. So you can organize your groups. These are my circles here. And you can organize them. So if you have industry leaders that you want to see what they're saying and what they're doing, you can put them into a group, click on here, and then you only see the industry leaders that you have going on. If you want to keep an eye on what your competition's been saying, have a little circle that says competition. Click, put all your competition people that you know that are in there, and then you can click on here and you can see what they've been posting and what they've been saying. So you can use these circles to be as effective as possible in order to really work it for your business. They say there's going to be another Google Plus coming out for business. They've been saying that now since, well, for a couple months now. It was supposed to be out within a couple months, so I haven't heard anything new about that yet. And as soon as I do, I'm going to be letting people know. But right now, the way you can do this, you can be very effective for your business and be able to build it on here very effectively. Now, how can you find people? Another great way to find people. So, okay, I'm going to click on Guy Kawasaki's profile. I have him in 2 circles. So here we go. Here's profile. That's his new book he has out. So I can see here that Guy is in 100 circles, and he has already 153,000 people in his circles. Okay? So I'm looking at here, and I'm like, okay, you know what? There's probably a couple of people in there that I may be interested in following. Let's see who's following him. You can click on here, and it's going to load up the circles. And I can say, well, you know what? They're following him. I like to follow them and see what they have going on. And you can easily go in here and see who some of these people are. So I can click on here. It gives me a little bit of information about her. And I can click on here and it shows me where I can add her to. So I can click on that I'm going to be following her. There, and it shows that I've been following her. And I show here Wegmans Food Markets. Click on here, it shows that I have him in my following one. So when I go into my main following section, he'll show up. And it can show you all of the people. So if you have someone that's, competition and people are following them, so they may be interested in following you. So you can start clicking on some of them, start communications, and start building a relationship that way. It's a very simple, similar way to how you can find followers on Twitter. You go into people that you know are in your industry, and you know that they're interested in following that person. So if they're interested in that person, we're in the same industry, they're probably interested in following me. I'll start following them, start communication, see if you can build a relationship. It's as easy as that. And going through here, there's all kinds of people. You can find some universities, see what's going on. So it's not that difficult. And we're going to hit done. There we go. So I can view all the different circles too. People in Guy's circles. So these are people that he's with. So let's see here. I was really fortunate enough. But a year and a half ago or so, he came to Fredericton as a guest speaker, and he's a friend of one of my clients. So I emailed my client. I was like, I have to meet this man. So she set it up for me to be able to meet him. I got to talk to him afterwards. So I was like super excited about meeting him. I got my picture taken with him, and it was kind of cool. I did that geek thing. So he's supposed to be coming to Fredericton again within the next year, so I'll be interested in meeting up with him again. So that's how effective circles can be in organizing who you're talking with and where you want to go. So what I have here, we're going to take a look at photos. So we have, the first one here was home, which is your stream. Okay, and then you have your circles here. I'm going to go over the rest of them here in just a moment. But we have the photo section here. Now, what I like about the photo section is these are all the pictures that your friends have been posting. So you're able to view them. There's my Aunt Joan. So she's on Google. So I'll be able to check her out. I love this picture. I was looking at it earlier. And it's, twins. Control C, Control V. So, so it's really great to get a nice overview of the photos. And you can click here. You can see photos from my phone, which I haven't uploaded directly from Google Plus because it just came out just not too long ago to be able to be on my iPhone. So photos of you, my albums that I have, and then we have over here, you can upload new photos is here on the right-hand side. I'm trying to move around here. I got my webinar thing here in the way, so I need to move that. Oh, I was just about to close it there, Dee, and I see that you have your hand raised. So I'm going to unmute you and have you ask a question. Just one moment. There we go. I have you unmuted.
Thanks, Lynn. Hey, I was wondering, you were doing the circles, and I was wondering if you could show how to share circles. I don't know if you saw that was a new feature that came out a couple days ago or something like that.
Yeah, I've been told that you're able to do that, but I haven't figured out how you do that yet. That's when you have everybody already in.
Yeah, like you have your awesome people to follow. I think that if you pull it up, it should give you options. One of them could be share this circle. I have to try it on mine.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't try it before asking you. Sorry.
I think something just came up here while I was doing this. Just give me a moment here. If that's a new feature that I didn't realize you could do. There we go. I just double-clicked on it. There's a new feature.
Yeah.
And see, it's giving me awesome people to follow, and I can share. Now, see, I'm learning something new.
Yeah. Yep. There it is.
There we go.
You can share that with me. No. Thanks.
Yeah, and then I can easily. Do I have you on my?
You do. You should.
Let me bring that up. I can show people how you can just type in.
If you just start typing in
yeah.
D, I guess you have to either @ me or plus me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. D, there we go.
Sweet.
And I'm going to take that out of the following, so I'll just send that to you directly so I can show people how you can send it directly. There we go. Sure.
Awesomeness. Thanks.
So if anybody else is looking for that as well, just let me know and I can share that list, because there are some awesome people that I've met over the years personally, and I like their posts. I like what they say. So that's why I have them in their own section. So let me just click on here. There we go. Easily done. See, I didn't realize when you double click on that how you can do that. Double click. Alrighty. So we'll close that. Thank you, Dee. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm learning something new every day too. Okay, so we have the photos, and there's all kinds of neat photos. I love being able to view some of the photos that they have, and the different categories and what they have going on here. Now you can see photos from your circles. So you can click on the photos and see, you'll bring it up like this. And then I need to minimize this webinar screen. It keeps getting in my way. There we go. So then you can see over here on the right-hand side, they have comments that you're able to make. I'm able to view, and I can click and go through. And of course, it allows you to share. You can add a tag to it, or they have an action section here where you can find out photo details. I can download the photo or report the views. So I can go through a number of the different photos that we have here and be able to see what we have going on. Some of them are just hilarious. I love some of the photos. Oh, look, there's Dee. So let's see. I was looking through some of these earlier, and some of them are really funny. So we'll scroll back up here. There we go. This is my Aunt Joan. She's going to be funny that she knows that when I tell her she was on the webinar today. So photos from the phone. Like I said, I just got the new app on my iPhone. Haven't had a whole lot of time to really play with it. So what I may do is do another training video and put that together, and be able to post that on my fan page and be able to show you some of the cool things that I find out about that. So now the next section is my profile. And just like in Facebook or in any of the social media, I make sure that you fill out everything. Make sure that you have it all done. And being able to have, now what I'm going to do is when I set up the webinar, I had the link in order to do a cool photo and I lost it. So I got to find the link again that I used in order to do this video, do this to my photo. And there's other ways to do it. They gave you bars on the side, on the right-hand side. I kind of like it. I thought it was kind of cool when it first came out. So you can see the people that I have here in my circles and people that I have, being able to change that. And then there's the section here that I have for my photos. This is when I was doing some, my niece, took some photos of me as I was doing some for social media. Well done. So as always, you can do the About section. Now this is where I ran into trouble when I first did my Google Plus, and then I realized that I had a Google Places and I had a Google profile and I had Blogger and I had all these other Google stuff in the past, and then what happened was it all came over to here. So I had over here my profile, I had all kinds of different links to a number of different social sites that I don't use anymore or weren't functioning anymore, ones that I actually liked, but just kind of went to the wayside or whatever it may be, and I didn't want people going to them because I wasn't updating them. So I had to go through and delete all of those. I had to totally update my introduction that I had, and then there was all kinds of other cool things I had in here, but even my employment was way out of date. So when you do start your Google Plus, make sure you check the About section, because I didn't even remember that I had any of that stuff in there. I couldn't believe it. So I went in, I was like, where did they get this information? When I was reading it, I was like, that's what I used to put on. And you're talking, when I first started my company, 8 years ago. So some of it was really out of date. And I didn't realize that that stuff was still out there on the internet. I had some of my old email addresses and all that kind of stuff. So is that somebody else coming in? I think it's somebody else. Okay, I got a little ding there, so I just wanted to make sure. So there we go. So to make sure that you have on here, now when you're setting it up, on the right-hand side here at the top, it gives you to edit the video, edit your profile, and then you can scroll down and you can go through and edit any of the sections that you have here. You have Google, you have your places that you've lived, which is kind of cool, a number of the different sections here, other names if you want to go by, so if you have an abbreviation of your names, things along those lines that they want posted. So they allow you to do all kinds of different editing in here. And then you said done editing. The photo section here are what you've uploaded here in your photo section, photos of you. Sorry, your albums. Wrong one. So these are past photos that I've had that I've uploaded and ones that I've done. So these are the photos here that are being done through my profile. This deer right here is literally just outside my office window. I am so far out in the country. I didn't open the door. You can see the screen here on the window. I didn't open the door because I didn't want to scare them away. I wanted to get them for my photo. So let's see here. Yeah. So as you're doing your photos, they'll come across here. I'm going to do my little plug here too. This little photo here is from the AIM conference. I'm going to bring that up. If you are able to attend, and here we go. The largest internet marketing conference in Atlantic, Canada is going to be taking place. Why is this not open? It's really, really slow for me. There we go. Is going to be taking place in October. I'm going to be speaking. I'm actually doing 3 speaking engagements, holding 2 workshops and 1 main seminar. And 1 main seminar that we're going to be doing is actually we're going to be ripping apart fan pages. The whole group, people that are going to be attending, everyone's going to be participating on different apps and speaking. We have some speakers. There's some really great speakers attending the workshop, so I'm super excited about it. We've just confirmed Facebook is going to be attending. Eric from Smash Labs is phenomenal. He's attended before in the past. I'm super excited about meeting right here Greg Poirier from Radian6, which is the #1 social media marketing company online. So we got some really great speakers coming on. Peter's one of the main coordinators, and so is Rob. See, there I am there. And I'm assuming Rob's on here somewhere. Rob doesn't have his picture. I'll have to let him know that he's not in the speaker section. So to let you know that this is a really great event to be attending, and I'm actually going to be doing some videos and stuff, so I'm going to make sure that they go out over my Google+. I'm going to be hosting some, I'm going to be what they call a streeter. I'm going to be holding some cool interviews with people with a microphone, and then we're going to do some watermarks to it and being able to put it out like crazy over some video sites. And I'll make sure when I'm doing it that now that I have the new app on my phone, I'm going to make sure I'm doing updates to my Google+. So just wanted to do my little speech there about the AIMS conference because I'm so super excited about attending it again this year. So we have the circles. Now the new thing that they have here, which I'm kind of excited about, and I'm so addicted to games, is the game section. Now, one of the things that I like about it is separate from your main wall. Okay, so they have Angry Birds here, by the way, which I played it for the first time just about a week ago on my husband's phone. Very addictive. So you can see all the games, and you can click on here and get your games notification. So when you click on here over in the right-hand corner, you can hide notifications so that when people are doing some of these different games, then you're not going to be getting alerts or anything along those lines, which I get like crazy and get in your newsfeed in Facebook. Well, this gives you the option. So they have their featured games. You can find out what people are talking about. There's Angry Birds there, so you click on it. See Angry Birds, which I think is hilarious. They actually, one of our local places here, bowling alleys, you can, it's called Kingswood. You can actually gain tickets for some of the video games and get stuffed Angry Birds. It's so funny. So you can see what people are doing and sharing. So they did add it to Google+, because when Google+ first came out, people were like, oh, there's no games, I really like it, da 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 da. But we knew that that was going to be coming because, I mean, that's what attracts people to it. And similar to Facebook and EdgeRidge, which is their kind of search engine optimization program for Facebook, is that the longer they keep you on Google+, the more they're going to like it. So if you're putting links on there, if you're putting documents, you're playing games, you're posting regularly, the more you're doing it, the more that that Google+ is going to want to keep sharing it and getting out there. Because it's all about keeping things, keeping you on Google+ and keeping you active. Now, what I really like, I'm going to head back here to the home page because there's some other features here. What I really like is, see how crisp and clean this is? There's no running ads. Now I'm not saying that they're never going to have ads, but right now you have Google Ads, which run, like, they get their income from other ways. I'm really hoping that it stays crisp and clean this way, because it's one of the features that I really like about the Facebook. Now you can see how I did the post, and people can view people in the circle, and people will be able to see that. You can see, isn't that cute? See, Guy Kawasaki posts some of the funniest things. Oh, look, see, there's Darren. So you can get to see sharing the photos is really easy. So you get to see some of the things that people have been doing. I love that. So one of the other features here, I'm coming back to the wall to break this down. Now, some of the cool features that we have here is the +1. Now, that's the like section that people, let me just see here for a second. I got another ding here. I want to make sure people don't have their hands up and I'm ignoring you. Still getting used to, I'm using a PC and I'm not used to PC, so. Okay. So the +1 is similar to the liking something, okay, which seems really easy. You get to see people on the websites now, and they have their Facebook, their Twitter, and then the +1, you just click on it, or you can tweet it out and all that kind of stuff. Just like it has been before, they just see this +1. Now, what exactly does the +1 mean, and what can it, oh, I just lost my headpiece here for a sec. There we go. So what exactly can this +1 do for you? And there's a lot of debate on exactly what Google is going to be using it for, especially down the line. Right now, it is perceived as a really great search engine optimization. So going down here, what does that mean? I can click on here, and I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to +1 Darren's photos. So now you go through and say everyone else goes in and he gets 15 +1s on his photos. Well, then Google Plus is going to say, hey, you know what? These are really great. When people are doing searches for photos, we'll make sure that we put these up because a lot of people really like them. So it seems kind of logical, but what's key is that's also linked to when people are Googling. That's who you're here for. So if people are Googling for ergonomics, training, webinar stuff, and you have these photos tagged properly, listed, and everything in your Google Plus, and then you start getting a bunch of +1s, then when people are doing your searches, it's going to go up more in your searches. So these +1s can really play a strong effect on it. And it has been noted. People were talking about it for a while and kind of figuring out what exactly the +1 is going to be all about. And it has been effective. There has been results, and people are kind of wondering, you know, what exactly is that being used for? And then when you go into Mashable, and when you go into Social Media Examiner, they've all been talking about the +1 and how it has been having an effect. Google hasn't come out and said anything as of yet. So we're just kind of waiting on it and seeing if it does start making a big effect. But it has been noted in search engines that people with the more pluses in doing it has been affecting it. I think that picture is just funny. That's just attracting my attention every time I go past it. So we're going to scroll back up here. Ergonomics in action. See there? You just keywords. And that's what's going to be key. So that +1 can make a really big difference in what people are doing. And it's been one of those little things that people haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to. If you have your website and you're able to have that app on it, which is one of the ones I'm putting on my new Social Media Well Done site, we're supposed to be launching it on Monday, I'm going to make sure that that's on there, so when people start hitting the +1, it's going to start building it and actions to that site. So make sure if you have the ability to put it on your website, put it on your website. If you can put it on, you know, click in and being able to put some photos, some links, things along those lines, or if you have, you know, business ones that you're putting out there, make sure you're clicking the +1 and kind of getting it out there. The other cool features that they have here is over here, and you wouldn't know it, they used to have the word Sparks, and they took it off. So when you come here, my video that I have to change that in Google Plus because I talk about Sparks in Google Plus, training video, but this is actually changed because you'll notice the notification is not there anymore. So what do? Well, you can actually come up here to do a search. So I'm going to do a search on soccer, which is my daughter's favorite sport. And then here you can find all kinds of different things on soccer. Now you can either do it that way, or I can click on here, which you do my, and then it shows you right here how to do it. So I'm going to click back to soccer, and I'm going to see what everybody's doing here. Now this star here represents the Spark. So this is noted as being in the Spark section. So everything and anything that anybody has posted in Google Plus about soccer is here. So if you want to do a search on your business industry, you can find what everything and anybody is saying about it. Okay? Now, you can see what people have been saying about it that are in this industry. Now, That's the section here is everything is what everybody's been talking about. The people one are the people that are doing the posting, and then of course you can say I could have a circle on soccer. I can go in, click on adding them, click on my soccer, and away you go. And you can have one circle just on soccer. And I mean, that's, my daughter is really interested in the ladies soccer team, so it'd be really cool, the Canadian women's soccer team. It'd be kind of cool, you know, to do one for them and be able to follow some of the things that they're doing. So the Google Plus posts, you can click on here and you can see that this runs very similar to the everything. I haven't been able to see if they're taking things out of here yet because they both look very cool. I love when they have these running videos. Look at this. This is so funny. He can kick. You can get different videos like this that run all the time in the mainstream. I haven't been able to figure out how they do it though, because I put some videos in and then, you know, they don't do anything. You put some other videos in, like this one here is working. So I need to find out exactly how that gets done because it's kind of cool. Look at him doing his dance. So everything and anything to do with soccer. Now the other awesome thing is that I want to keep track of what's going on. So I find people in my industry, I see what they're saying. Well, this Spark, click, and you can watch over here. Spark, sorry, did that wrong. You click the Spark section and it comes over here. Click the Save This Search button and boom, it comes over here. My mistake. Now say you're not interested in doing it, season's over, not interested in following them anymore, you can easily just X them out. But this Spark section here is what's been noted as being the best and the most recent posts. So they have changed what a Spark was. Originally it was the way that you made your mark over here, they call them Sparks, but now the Sparks are the most in recent posts of the word that you're looking for, and you can actually view the different sections. So this is something that's very new, and it's something that, like I said, it's only within, I did a search for it, and people were still trying to figure it out just 2 or 3 days ago. They're like, where did my Spark section go? And people are saying, I still have my Sparks there, but the word Spark is gone. So this is something just really within the past week that they've changed. So I'm not sure why they changed it, but it does give you a really great way to break this all down. I like the way that they do the people section so that you're able to really break that down and be able to find people to follow and what they're saying and what they're doing, and you know, so I can click on here, brings up his profile, Michael Soccer, you know, and being able to see what they're doing. So I wouldn't mind, you know, finding people that are, oh, did you see that? I love that. Let me see here. Click for a second. Look, there's a QR code. I love QR codes. Had to bring that back up. I'm getting new business cards done up with QR codes. We talk about those in social media. Well done. They're going like crazy. Hot. Oh, they're being able to do them. And be able to get lots of information out there. QR codes are one of the hottest things out there right now. So there's where what Sparks are and what they've kind of turned into. We have our mainstream here, which gets updated constantly. We can send out over here. I'm going to show you. I need to go to webinar screen. Okay. So over here, check my recording, making sure that I have everything going right. I don't want to have to redo this one as well. So over here on the right-hand side, we have people that are in my circle, so I'm able to see it. The only face that's coming up here right now is Rob Swake. He's one of the other coordinators from the AIM conference. So really great guy, and then you can see the other people that we have in common. These are suggestions of people, so you can easily click on here, and I can put them into, like, you know, people that I'm just interested in following and see what they have going on. If I don't like them, I can always delete them. You know, sending out invites. The other big thing is Hangout, and I'm not going to start a Hangout right now because if you don't have Hangout already, I don't have it on this computer. I use my Mac all the time. There's a program that you have to download. It only takes a few minutes to download. You can coordinate it. Now, benefits of Hangout. One, they've been talking about Skype now for the longest time on Facebook. It is supposed to be on there. It's still not. It was up for maybe 2 or 3 weeks and it's down. It's only one-on-one with Skype. You can have up to 10 people in a Hangout. I've actually been in up to 10 people in Hangouts, so it was kind of cool. As people talk, you know, their picture comes up in the large screen, but mostly everybody's along the bottom in the bottom screen. You can chit-chat back and forth. There's message rooms. There's, you know, you can check yourself out before you go live, so you can fix your hair before you can say that you're going in. So there's neat little features along those lines that people have. And oh, what did I do here? My webinar piece here just kind of snuck away to me. Just a second here. Nothing works well for me here. Okay, so they're kind of some of the cool things about the Hangouts. So, and once you do a Hangout, what happens too is that it comes here in the news feed. So let's see if anybody's doing a Hangout. I'm not sure if it's going to come up for me or not. It hasn't come up, no. Kind of did the search here. So what'll happen is there'll be a little notice that'll come here in the screen saying, Lynn's in a Hangout, anybody want to join? And you can click on it and be able to join the Hangout. So it's most of the time, you can make them private, you can make them kind of one-on-one, or you can make them public for everybody to know. And you can have up to 10 people. So that's one of the bonuses. I've actually had a couple of meetings with this, and where some of my staff wanted to attend, and you can only have one-on-one on Skype. You can do more than one talking on Skype, but for video, which I'm a big fan of. So I really like that in the Hangout. We did come into a couple of glitches when we've done it, so I'm hoping that they're coming up, going through some of the glitches, but I'll be honest, it was pretty cool. So there we go. Got my little monitor thing here with GoToWebinar a little fixed. Oh, ICD, you got another question here. I'm going to click on, you're unmuted. Ready to go. Hi, Dee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lynn. I muted myself earlier. I apologize. I was just wondering if you had checked out the Hangout with extras.
No, I haven't done that yet.
It is super cool. I know you're not on your own machine right now, so you can't do it, but you can share. I mean, you can view the other person's screen. You can share docs within Google Docs. You have chat live. I mean, it's all right there. Just wanted to mention.
Nice. No, that's really cool. I'm going to go in and play with that. In order for me to get GoToWebinar to work properly, I have to do it on a PC, and I'm a Mac girl, so that's why I don't have it on. I'm on my daughter's computer, so. But I'm definitely going to go in and play with that. I love the Hangouts much more than what I have been on Skype. I don't know if that's why it's down on Facebook, and they're going to come out with newer ones. I watched the live media release from Facebook, and they were saying how they were doing Skype and all this kind of stuff, and the media kept asking them, are you going to be able to do more than one person? And they kept kind of hinting that you may have to pay for that feature. So I'm kind of wondering how Facebook is going to do that. But, I mean, if they've come out with all those cool features on Google, the Hangouts, then I'm wondering how Facebook's going to, what they're going to come out with now.
Right. Right. I just wanted to mention it. It's pretty cool. It's really good for, you know, if you have somebody who can't figure out something, I mean, you can troubleshoot with them right there, sharing their screen. They don't have to install anything except for the talk gadget.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go in and play with that. Like I said, that's some of the things that I need to be able to do. Yeah. Thank you very much. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay, cool. I'm just going to mute you here again because I have somebody else that has a question here, and I'm trying to click on And normally it comes up and tells me what the question is. Alana, I have a question mark up here, but it won't give me your question. So if you could answer ask the question again, or if you could raise your hand and I can get you to ask, because it's coming up that I have an unanswered question by you, but it's not giving me, when I click on the button, it doesn't allow me to view the question, because I wouldn't mind answering that for you. Going through here, I don't see. Yeah, so I'm not able to do that. So Alana, if you're able to ask that again, and if I don't hear from you in doing this, what I'll do is I can shoot it, whatever your question is, I'll answer, and I can shoot it out to everybody, so that, because if you have a question, I'm sure everybody else has the exact same question. So that's all I have for today.